Hello and welcome to our channel, Portugal on a Shoestring.
Good morning. We've just gone on the roof again. Just not quite comfortable with it yet, but we're getting a bit better. Came up today to see if we could get this tank down. Now, I've broken these up before. They're made up of a fibre cement. It's just a fibre and glass fibre and cement mix. So we've had to go at hitting it just with a hammer, and it breaks up, but it's incredibly noisy, and it's a Sunday here, and I don't want to be sort of disturbing the neighbours too much. But the principle is working. It's just an empty tank, surplus to requirements now, so we'll leave this for another day. So we'll do it on Monday or Tuesday or something like that. Don't want to be, like I say, it's lovely and quiet today, and this is booming like anything when I'm hitting it. So we're also going to take down these brick pillars that support it down to about, probably just to leave a couple of courses down so that I don't disturb any seal that it has on the roof, and then we'll cap it with cement just to fill it up. Then we'll do the roof. Not sure what we're going to have a go at today. Just like I say, I don't want to be making loads of noise. We'll knock that on the head, and we'll go and do some plastering. I think get a bit of plastering done in the bathroom. We've got some plasterboard in. I've cut a few pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with this wall because there's no pipes or anything on this wall, and we'll put a continuous piece floor to this joint here. Most of it I'm just going to put the adhesive on the wall. Some of it I might have to pack out a little bit at the bottom, so it's not quite straight at the bottom. But let's get some adhesive on the wall first. Right, that should do. Right, we'll make up a little bit more, and we'll do the corner over there. Back in a second. Right, go back with some more mix. Let's get this side done. yeah, that will, obviously this is all getting skim coated and then plastered, so should be good. We've put some plasterboard on these walls and it's all gone hard and it's solid. I've just filled in the gaps with a quick layer of plaster, just take up the bulk of it. And now we're just going to go and do a skim coat over all the bits where there's a difference in height. We're not after a completely flat surface. All we need is a smooth transition from one to the other. So, like here for example, it's lower here than it is here. So we'll just do a transition up to about there, say, so that when we put the tiles on, there isn't a quick sort of change in direction. We only have to get it to within a couple of millimetres. Any more than that will be taken up by the thickness of the adhesive for the tiles. So we'll get this wetted down. We've mixed up some plain plaster and we'll get a bit of a skim coat on this. I prefer to use a garden sprayer for wetting the wall down rather than a brush. I just find it a bit more controllable. Oh, mortarboard. Can't be mortarboard. Now we're actually purposely putting a thicker coat on here because this is the shower area and this acts as part of the waterproofing process. Now, I'm starting to get, I've got so much plaster on my hands, I'm losing my grip. So, when that happens, just wash them off. And don't forget to wash off the handle of the trowel as well. You need grip to twist. So if you can't twist, you're not going to be able to move the plaster around. Right. Right. Let's get this a bit of a mix up on the board. Right. Okay, that's good enough. Well, we'll just leave that for about 20 minutes. Just let it go off a little bit and then we'll flatten it out. Good, go and clean up the tools and myself. That's been left for about nearly 20 minutes and it's firm enough that it won't leave a fingerprint in it, but if you put your nail in, it will leave a mark. So, time to flatten it off. What I do, just get a sprayer and a very light spray, doesn't need much. So just like that. And all you're doing is using a clean trowel and you just polishing off all the high spots and filling in the loose spots. When plaster's wet, it's too soft to get the right shape. So when it's starting to harden up, it's firmer and you push it into position and it stays there. Right. If I was doing a finish coat that you're going to see, I'd go a lot further and polish it and polish it and polish it until it was all completely flat, no gaps, anything. But this is going to get covered with a layer of tile adhesive and then tiles. So all we're doing is getting it to a nice sort of flat, continuous surface. If there's pinholes and things, it doesn't matter because it'll all get filled with tile adhesive. So that's 2 walls done. We've got about the same to do again on the other side. Need to stick the plasterboard on, let it go off, and then give it a skim coat. But like with this, we only need to do the joins to feather them off. All around where the shower is, that's a complete skim, which creates a barrier for the water. Plus the tile adhesive, plus the tiles, plus the grout. It will be waterproof, trust me. I've done this quite a few times and never had a problem with water ingress. Don't have to use waterproof plasterboard or any membranes or anything like that. Not for this type of construction. There's no wood in the walls, it's all concrete and brick. So the only thing is the plaster. Right, let's get cleaned up and move on. Right, let's crack on with getting this water tank down. Most of it broken up. We'll just we'll get this all the loose bits down, and then we'll worry about getting the base off. Right, that's that off. Whew. It's a good start. Right, so now what we're going to do is take a few of these courses of brick off. Just partly to reduce the weight, but also so you can't see it from the garden. So we'll take it down to, I don't know, 18 inches off the floor, off the roof. I'm not sure how they were put into the roof, whether they're just sat on top or whether they're bedded in. And I don't really want to break that seal if they've been bedded in. But we'll see as we get a bit lower down. Right, they're wobbling quite a bit. It looks like there's a break in the mortar there. So right, that's nice and solid, that bit. I'll leave that. It's about the right height I wanted. So right, well that's what we're after. Maybe you can see the mess. Oh. Basically, we're just chucking off the edge of the roof. There's a pile of rubbish on the floor now, and then we'll dig it up from there later on. But that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll get the jet wash out and we'll clean off the roof, and we'll clean that off, and then we'll give that a coat of paint as well, the chimney, while we're up here, rather than taking the scaffolding down and doing it all up again. Get as much done up here as we can. Right, we'll get some tidying up done. Here's the pile of rubbish off the roof. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to moving that, but a lot of it we can use as a base for, we're going to do like a 2 metre wide gravelled area all around the house. It's part of the fire protection sort of recommendations. So we can use a lot of this as the base for that and then put gravel on top. So we won't have to move it too far. So this is the roof. Now that it's all been cleaned up, all the black gunk's gone and all the moss. So I've got a little bit of like touch up to do. I'll go over it with a bit of wire brush and brush it all down generally as well. What we have found is that that pipe there used to go from the tank down. We've got a little bit of a leak around the base of that. So we're going to have to sort of chisel that out a little bit and fill that with some sort of sealant before we put the sticker guard on the roof. While I was here, I decided to get as far as I could with the jet wash onto the roof tiles just to clean them up a little bit. But I only went as far as I could reach. I wasn't going to start climbing on the tiles. Well, that's the clean up of the roof done anyway. It's the weather's starting to take a turn for the worse, so we'll have to pack up for now, and we'll wait until the next sort of decent bit of dry weather. I need 2 or 3 days together to get the sticker guard on. So yeah, it's gone fairly well. Yeah, once I got all the equipment up here, it wasn't a problem. A little bit scary getting stuff up and down, but you know, once it's up, it's a very stable platform to work on this. So, but yeah, there we go. That's a shot of the rest of the house. So that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in again, and yeah, any questions, as always, put them in the comments, and we'll answer every question we get. We always try to answer. Well, you'll all have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Ciao now.